Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Welcome to the Whistling Hermit channel. Tomorrow, we will have the last quarter moon in Virgo. So today we will do a reading for the last quarter moon in Virgo for this video for the element of air. Okay, and the message here, according to the card, Moon Manifestation, Oracle cards, it says here, attend to the details. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. When you look at the card, you see here the moon half shining and half in the darkness. Okay, so it's as if the full moon has just finished, and now uh, this chapter is about to end, and so there is again a certain mystery behind it. The next chapter that will open. Okay, it's like that. So somehow it's already clear, and it's already in the last quarter moon. Everything is already finished, and so somehow we have already more or less learned the lesson that we need to learn from this chapter. So it's like now is the time for us to attend to the details, because now by this time at this stage of this chapter we somehow already learned a lot of lessons already. It's time for us to review. Okay, for some of us we might have an exam at the end. Okay, but it's time for us to sort of like gather everything that we have learned and slowly put them together now. So it's important for us to put it into the detail. So like the pieces of the puzzle has already been gathered, and it's time for us to put them all together in order to get a bigger picture. Now, when you look at the picture, there are the ziggurats. I'm not sure if these are ziggurats, but these are the pyramids in Latin America. Okay, these are pyramids in Latin America. I don't know how I've heard that there are the pyramids of the sun, the pyramids of the moon. No, maybe this is the pyramid of the sun because it is very big. No, and pyramids always hold a certain mystery. A mystery on how they are built, a mystery also on why they are built, what is the purpose, why they are built, sort of like that. Now, there's always that mystery. And our life is like that also. It's like a mystery that is constantly unfolding. And there are many chapters in our life that unfolds itself. And there's always that mystery. You don't know what is the ending. No? Even if when you already see the big picture, you still do not know. There is still some part of it that is quite unpredictable along the way. So it's very good to attend to the details also sometimes. No? There are times when we enjoy to just go and fly by the seat of our pants, no? But as you fly by the seat of your pants, you're also very sensitive to the things that are happening, so that when there's a need for you to adapt to things, you also adapt to it. But as you learn more things, as we learn more things along the way, we need to look at the details so that we can really understand the lesson that is being shown to us. Uh, there is a need for us also to look at the details. For the sign Virgo, yes, Virgo is very meticulous with the detail, no, and somehow this is what is being asked of us right now. The main energy is to check the details, no. Like for example, if you are there's a certain contract that comes to us, sometimes we need to look at the details of the document. We might overlook something that we might not agree on, but once you sign it, we are already binding ourselves to the document. So it's also very important for us to every once in a while look at the details. Sometimes also, if it's also beautiful, I mean, if you see, for example, this crystal, if you go to the details, the more you appreciate the crystal. Also with people that we meet, if we go to the details, sometimes we will be surprised by the wonderful intricacy of the human personality. Well, anyway, so this is our main energy for this reading for the last quarter moon in Virgo. Now, we will try to read a little bit from the handbook before we go to the specific air signs. Okay, so it says here, it would be lovely to think that manifesting means just snapping your fingers and magically making everything better. However, there's more to it than that. past worries, mean comments, self-doubt, and fears need to be dealt with before you can start to feel good. Okay. Sometimes you need to attend to the small details in order to sort of attain a certain order. Okay. Minimalistic order, maybe. Some things you need to remove, some things you need to fix. So, anyway, a tedious task may need to be taken care of before you can more move forwards, and make the magic happen. Worries slow down your ability to make magic. So attend to the details, then you can have fun. Okay, so somehow here the message of the handbook is that sometimes we need to attend to certain things so that things we can continue and enjoy. Okay, it's like that, no? Like for example, you need to put fuel first to the car. You need to check the car before you can enjoy driving the car. Okay, so it's like that. We need to take care of our health also before we can enjoy uh, enjoy going through the day without any pains in our bodies. Okay, something like that. Well, I know that whatever it is that is being said here, it already resonates with some of you. So take just resonates with some of you, and let us not waste any more time, and let us go to the first air sign, which is Gemini. Okay, Gemini, let us try to see what the cards have for you for the last quarter moon in Virgo. Remember that our main energy is attend to the details. Okay, be meticulous. Okay, now attend to those things that you might have overlooked. Okay, you know how it is. Sometimes we tend to overlook things, or we tend to procrastinate some things that you have set aside. Maybe some of them are important that you need to give attention right now. Okay, now let us try to see what are. Wow, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Cups, and then we have here the Knight of Swords. Okay, it seems like the universe is in a hurry right now with the Knight of Swords. Oh, charge! The Knight of Swords is in a hurry. Okay, so it seems that the universe is in a hurry to give you a gift right now, which is the Ace of Cups, and it's a gift that will make you overflow, and it will give you good fortune, not only for you but also for your family. So this is what I can see right now. It seems that as we enter the last quarter moon of Virgo, whatever you have started, because it's already the last quarter, the chapter is about to close. It's leading to success right now, and your cup will overflow. So all the efforts that you have exerted will now finally bear fruit, and it will give you success in your family also. So this is a very good good sign right now. I am attracted to this coat of arms, no? It's like yeah, it will give your family prestige. You know, having a coat of arms is sort of like a prestige. So I feel whatever the success that you have, it will not only give you prestige because there is a coat of arms on your clothing, also on your cape. A cape also sort of like majesty. So you'll be given a for some of you an honorary position. You will be recognized, and the honor will not be only in you but also in your family, and it will give you and your family a certain form of stability. I feel that you are also getting closer with nature. In fact, I feel you're increasing affinity with animals, particularly dogs, no? um, I think, yeah, because you are evolving. You are right now, I think, undergoing transformation, evolving, growing, maturing. Yeah, you see here the man with the white beard and white hair, which can symbolize wisdom. So you are gaining wisdom, I think, in all aspect of your person, because the dogs, the animals, they are sensitive to this one. They know a good soul when they meet one. Okay, animals have a very keen sense of a good spirit, a good energy, and so somehow, yes, it seems like you are evolving also right now. Indirectly, from the cards, you get to see that you are overflowing. Yeah, you are very much in touch with the divine. I feel with these yards, you are very much aware that the divine is part of your life, and this and I think a very important part of your life. That is why your cup is overflowing. I see here an inverted M, like a W, no? But what I see is not really an M, but a mountain and then two pillars. So makes me think for some of you, you will have a house or a property near nature, something that overlooks a mountain. And there is sort of like a veranda as part of your home. And this veranda makes you look over the mountain. Or you have been to a place recently where there was a veranda, where there are pillars, an open veranda, and you had a view of the mountain. Okay. Now, if you resonate with this one, then this card is for you, Gemini. Okay. So I feel, yeah, maybe part of your promotion, yeah, made you travel to a place with this one. Okay, if it resonates with you, then it's for you. Okay. Even with the pond, no, and with water lilies. Okay. You try to see if it resonates with you. It could be a restaurant. You've been to a restaurant recently with a view of a mountain and a fish pond with a pond with water lilies. And there's a fountain. Okay. And somehow the fountain, I feel, symbolizes you. You are overflowing right now with graces from the divine. And it's bringing prestige not only to you but to your family. And it's coming in haste, no? So it's coming soon. If it has not yet arrived, it is coming soon. So it seems like, Gemini, things are going well with you. Now you need to attend to the details. Why do you need to attend to the details? I feel what is being called of you is to be thankful of these little things. Okay, like for example, don't let it pass. If something good happens to you, say thank you. If there's a challenge, say thank you. Appreciating the little things. Be a gracious receiver. When the universe gives you something, say thank you. Just simply say thank you. If somebody does kindness for you, giving you a glass of water or a glass of drink, you say thank you. It smoothens relationships. At the same time also, it makes you realize how lucky you are. Because you might overlook that you are receiving a lot of graces from the divine. You need to attend to the details, to appreciate every little thing that the divine gives you. So if, for example, you are walking along the street, you see a feather, you say to your angels, thank you, because your angels are accompanying you right now. If somebody gives you suddenly a gesture of kindness, immediately say thank you. Okay, if somebody makes your life difficult or gives you some challenge, and you can silently say to the spirit of this person, thank you. You are allowing me to evolve even further. Little things. When you are about to eat and you see there's a lot of wonderful things that are healthy food that are being presented to you, quietly say thank you. Seeing the little details of the beautiful gifts that the divine is giving you right now. I feel also seeing the need of other people. Attending to the details also is also attending to the needs of other people. Now that your grace is overflowing, you can share it with other people who also need. So you see, for example, if somebody gave you extra food and then you see somebody beside you who still hasn't received anything, you share what you have, okay? You share with them, even if they will receive it later on, you start to share with them. You say, look, let's not wait for your share. Come, you try this one. I think this is good. Let's share it together. Sort of like that. Being gracious, also attending to the needs of other people. Anticipating, if you if you see somebody in need of help, you attend to the details. So it's those little things, I think, that matters most. The little message you put on the refrigerator for your loved one before you go to the office, putting a toothpaste on the toothbrush of your special someone if you woke up earlier, so that it's easier for them to just go and brush their teeth. Okay. Pouring your loved one a glass of water. Little kindness, these little details, putting attention to these things, these little things of gratitude, little things of kindness. I feel this is what you are being asked of right now. And it's a good time because it's already near Christmas time. And Christmas time is a time for giving. So attending to the little details. I think you can resonate with that. And I think you realize that it's really important in your present situation right now. Now, Gemini, let us try to see what these cards have for you. Okay, these inspiration cards have for you for the first quarter moon. So at the start, to the last quarter moon, as you end this chapter, what are the insights that we can get from the moon cycle? Everyone becomes happy and appreciates the moon in their own special way. Okay. Children watch their shadows and play in its light. People gather at the square to tell stories and dance through the night. A lot of happy things happen when the moon shines. So when you express love, it sprinkles to the hearts of the people around you. When you shine, when you reflect the grandeur of the divine in your life, and you share the gifts that you are receiving, if you are a cup that is overflowing, it lightens the life of the people around you also. Just like the moon. When the moon is shining, it brings joy to the people. It brings joy to the children. They are able to play. It brings joy to the people who are unable to go for a walk under the moon. So it's the same. When you show kindness, it lightens the life of the people around you. So I feel attending to the detail is making these short acts of kindness, little acts of kindness, which is your way of reflecting the generosity and the grandeur of the divine. All of us are messengers of the divine. The little things we do that reflects the nature, the generous nature of the divine, is a message coming from the divine, and we are somehow honored to be that messenger. Now here is the full moon, and let's see what is the message from the full moon. The moon is at her full and riding high, floods the calm fields with light. The airs that hover the summer sky in the summer sky are all asleep tonight. Okay, so the presence of the moon, the mellowness of the silver light of the moon creates a certain peace in the field around them. I remember when I was walking before in under the full moon, and suddenly I saw that the moon casted a silver light to the field, to the trees, and everything was gentle, as if everything also was magical. And suddenly I was filled with peace also in my heart. It was at a time when I was having a turmoil because I was still trying to find out who I truly am. I was trying to discover the me that I am meant to be. And it was a restless... I might look very calm outside, but I had restlessness inside of me. But every time I walk out and see the grandeur of the moon and also the silvery light that it casts on everything, it brings me peace. It makes my restless soul find quietness or peace. Be quiet. It quietens the restlessness in my soul. And somehow it is like that also when we also in our silence show love, show care, we attend to the little details. We also change the environment around us. If we walk with tenderness, walking gently across the land, if we walk gently across the land, unconsciously we are spreading peace also to everything and every person that we meet. Okay, so attend to the small details. Finally, let us see when a new chapter starts to begin. So we have here the card for the new moon. So let us see what message we can get from the new moon. It says here, good night moon, good night stars. Good night, planets, comets, and Mars. Yes, even you, Mars, and not only for the sake of the rhyme. By Paul, the astronaut. You see, the little acts of kindness, you say good night to everybody. I remember when we were kids, no? When we pray, after we pray, we say good night to everybody. Also, when we pray for everybody. You say, Lord, please take care of my grandmother, my grandfather. You take care of my mother, my father, my sister, my elder sister, my elder brother. You say them in all details, even your pets. No, you say the name of your pets. You go into the details. Kindness that are given, even small as they may seem, when you go into the small details, it really means a lot. Like for example, you say good night to every person. Okay, so if tonight, maybe before you go to sleep, you say good night to everyone, it means a lot. So I guess this is the message for you right now, Gemini. The invitation to go into the little details, especially now when things are going well for you. And I think the reason why things are going well for you is because you are really very gentle in the small things and also gracious in the small things. Well, this is what we have for you right now, Gemini, for the last quarter moon in Virgo. We now go to the next air element, which is Libra. Okay, Libra, let us see what the last quarter moon in Virgo has for you. Okay, what the tarot card says for you for the last quarter moon in Virgo. Okay, now remember, the main energy is attend to the details. Okay, so I don't know why suddenly. Check your documents before you sign. Please read the fine prints. Okay, it just came to me right now. Okay, some of you might be signing a certain document right now. Just check the fine prints. No, you might end up signing something that you don't completely agree on. No, there might be some clause there that you might need to review first. Yeah, especially if it's it's an agreement. No, a certain agreement between you and a certain group of people. Okay, even if it's just a charity work or something. No? Much more if it is a charity work, you need to study it. I don't know why, but you need to just check. Okay, I know it's hard sometimes. No, even I have difficulty on checking it. If you have difficulty on checking it, ask somebody who's meticulous to do it for you. Somebody who is your sort of like your colleague or your partner in the work. No, somebody who's very good in detail. Somebody who can overlook certain things, and maybe you can ask them to explain it to you. Because it depends on the nature. There are some people who are meticulous with the detail. Sometimes it helps when they are the ones who check it. Okay, so you don't have to check it completely. You can ask somebody whom you trust to check it for you. Okay, so just a thought. Okay, here we have the Four of Cups, and then we have here Justice, and then we have here the Two of Wands. Okay. The card seems to speak very simply, but I don't know if it will unfold. No, but it seems that the card, you are just closing certain aspects in your life that you are not happy. Okay, or no longer interest you. You know how it is sometimes. No, before it brings you passion. No, you see here, there are cups. No, and they are well kept cups, and they are in good position. No. Before, maybe they were giving you a lot of passion. You are really passionate in doing it. But after a certain while, it's as if you're asking, what's next? Okay, you know how it is sometimes. Especially when something new that you need to learn. So you study, you learn it, and finally you come to a point you've mastered it already. And then you feel it's too easy for you already, and you want something more. So it's like, the universe is giving you level B. It's like this one is level A. You finish already level A and you perform well. So the universe is giving you level B because you're no longer happy with it. For some of you, maybe the universe will promote you, or your boss will promote you to a higher level where you will feel challenged again, and you will have the passion again to do things. No, So it can be that for some of you, no, you're very particular with these things, no. So attend to the details, okay. You try to see, okay, if you are already moving to another level, attend to the details. Before you leave that job behind, make it organized like this one. You know how it is. You fix all your affairs, because oftentimes you will entrust it to the next person. No? Oftentimes your legacy dies after you leave. It is because you were not able to entrust it well, because you did not teach the person who's going to follow. You did not make a good endorsement. You did not prepare all the documents well. No. So I feel you need to attend to the details. If you are going to another level, if you're going to leave it behind, fix everything. For example, you fix all the documents, make sure that everything is documented so that it will not run after you later on. They say, oh, you left something unfinished. There are certain documents, and they will ask, a document is missing, something like that. So put everything in order before you move on to the next level. Okay, so I feel this is what is important here, because I feel you are no longer happy with this one. Maybe you will ask to be transferred somewhere else, or maybe you will start to a new business. Just make sure that everything is fixed, every affair is okay. No, it will also reflect on you. It means that you really cared on something, that because this one has given you joy also in the past. No, although now maybe it doesn't give you interest anymore, but it is something that you have mastered already. So now that you have mastered it, you know what are the important things, the important details. So leave everything spick and span before you move on to the next level. Okay. I feel this is what you need to do right now, because the universe is giving you something new, something that I feel will interest you. So it's like you've gotten used to the taste of grapes, no, and now the universe is offering you lemon, okay, or orange, or tangerine. Okay, so when you taste it, oh, this is what I want. Okay, so clean the cups first before you go. Okay, don't leave the stains of the grape juice on the cups, and you arrange them well before you go. So it's charity to the person who's you're going to leave behind, the person who's going to continue again the work that you are doing, and it's also charity to all the efforts that you've done. I mean, for them to appreciate the good things that you've done, you need to put it well, organized, everything, because it will reflect that you really gave your best in this project. So it's charity also to yourself, giving justice to all the energies, all the efforts that you have exerted to make this a success. So I feel for some of you, you already succeeded and you've already mastered it, and you want something new, and the universe is giving you something new. So just attend to the details, make sure that there will be a good transition, a good endorsement, and a good training for the person who's going to continue it. Don't worry, the universe has your back. No, you're leaning on a tree. No, it's nature. No, it's as if, don't worry, the universe will take care of everything. They will help you in the transition period. Okay. Justice. Okay. If you do good things will come to you. So it's like that also. Maybe you performed well. If it is a relationship, if you gave kindness here, the universe will give you kindness in return. If you have given kindness in a relationship, but the other party did not give the same kindness in return, the universe now is giving you what you deserve. A loving relationship, or the love that you are giving, is also reciprocated. So it can be also like that. If this is a relationship, which usually are represented by the cups, now, if you were not given something that after you've given your all, you feel they didn't satisfy you because they didn't give that in return, the universe will take care of it. He will give you something that will compensate to what you have done. So don't worry. No, just continue living in integrity. Continue on loving, being generous. At the same time, also when you go to the higher level, if it is a career-oriented situation, then give it your best. If you did well here, be passionate again, be on fire again here, give it your best. As long as you live in integrity, the universe also will respond to that integrity. they will give you in return. If you do kindness, kindness will come back to you. If you give justice, justice will come back to you. You are becoming more intuitive. There's a veil there, and you are always there in that veil, in that portal. So in a certain sense, you are also allowing the universe to guide you. That's why I think you will not miss this one. It's as if the universe is putting it in front of you. And since you are used to listening to the divine and also the guidance of the angel, you will be able to get the message. And now you are beginning on something new. You see here, you were successful. You are wearing a very, very comfortable garb. The city that you have managed is flourishing. And yeah, you even the ones that you placed in the tower, no, the place where you are staying is a very comfortable place. People live in places like this because they are like eagles. You were given the position because they recognize that you are an achiever. Now, you are setting off into something new. You see this person, he's looking at the globe. It's as if he's beginning a new chapter. It can be that for some of you, you will be beginning the new chapter in another place and you will be traveling. And but this is for something that is much better. So maybe you will start again, begin a new chapter, because this is like beginning a new chapter, going on a new adventure. But it is something that will set you on fire, something that will make you happy again. Looking at the globe also is like looking at the crystal ball. So it's as if you need to be guided. Allow yourself to be constantly guided by the spirit so that this new chapter will unfold smoothly for you. Okay, and the universe will be guiding you. Allow your spirit guide also to guide you. You see him, he's in the midst of nature. So it's like in the midst of the guidance of your spirit guides and the angels. You allow yourself to be guided by the universe as you start this new chapter in your life. Now, this is a very interesting reading, Libra, because you are in a transition right now. And transitions are very, very exciting. And you look at it, there's this mystery, no? Last quarter moon is the closing of one chapter and a beginning of sooner you will begin a new chapter. So half of it is bright, half of it is dark, because half of it you already know these things, and then there is something new that you still do not know, and that mystery is the one that will make you happy. Okay, so just like this one. Okay, let us see what is the message for you for the last quarter moon. This is a last quarter moon card. No, let us see. Okay, it says here, there might be a connection between the moon's energy when it is full and the electrical impulses in the brain. Okay, yeah. Well, if the moon is full, it will keep you awake. The electrical impulses in the brain. I think when the moon is full, maybe you'll be more active. Maybe you'll be able to be inspired by this one. No? So there might be a connection between the moon's energy when it is full and electrical impulses in the brain. So maybe you will find more guidance from the divine, especially if you would listen to the cycles of the moon, especially when it is full moon. So maybe your dreams will be more vivid during the full moon, and you will have more ideas and more insights coming to you during the full moon. So be aware of the cycles of the moon. Now it's already last quarter moon. No? So you see how the cycles of the moon are affecting the inspirations that you have right now. And somehow it will allow you also to decide when to make decisions, because there will be part of the cycles of the moon where your mind will be very sharp, and what decisions you will make will be more of like on target. So you try to be aware with the cycles of the moon. So there might be a connection between your mental capacity, the sharpness of your mind, and the cycles of the moon. So just try to see if it resonates with you. You try to see, okay, maybe at this part of the cycle of the moon I feel sleepy. At this part of the cycle of the moon my mind is very sharp. Okay, you try to see. Okay, now here is for the full moon. Okay, it says here, during the day the sun causes wounds, and in the night the moon heals the wounds. Okay, the mountains waits all day for the night when his moon will be finally bright. Okay, so If you encounter certain situations, especially maybe when you start this new chapter where you experience pain, just tell yourself, this too will pass. And you need to nurture yourself. Okay. So it's like, don't allow this pain to fester. Okay. If you are in a situation like, for example, you are under the sun and suddenly under the sun you develop sunburn. Well, if you already felt that you are developing sunburn, don't stay under the sun. Go into the shade, like this person sitting under the shade. So it means if you are in a situation that is causing you pain, which can be also symbolized by this one, no? If you are in a situation where you are no longer happy and you are experiencing more pain rather than joy, then don't stay in that situation. Go somewhere else. Take a new cup. Start something new. So if you are in a situation where you are no longer happy, in a situation where it's causing you pain, it's like, for example, you know how it is when boredom can also be a sign of pain also. Somehow, yeah, because you are slowly rotting. You are slowly stagnating. No? So in a certain sense, no? If you are in a situation that is causing you pain, no longer making you happy, then go somewhere. Go to the moon. Okay, wait for the moon. I mean, don't allow yourself to be exposed to the sun if the sun is causing you already sunburn. And then you try to put yourself in a place where the environment is more gentle. So it's like here, no? The mountain waits all day for the night when the moon will be finally bright, because the mountain cannot move. Sometimes you find yourself also in a situation where you cannot move. For example, you are in a working situation or in a relationship where maybe you couldn't completely move. But don't allow yourself to suffer. You can change. I mean, you can continue, like for example, if for example you are already married to somebody and that somebody is making your life difficult, like for example he is harming you physically or that person is harming you physically, don't stay there. If you stay there you might die. Okay, go, leave, but you can continue to be happily single. You don't have to, because sometimes you go out of the frying pan and go into the fire also. The more you bring your problem, you realize already you are in a situation that is terrible. Don't put yourself in another terrible situation. I mean, if you are in a terrible situation, take yourself away from that situation and bring yourself into a safe place. It's like here, no? If you are exposed in the sun and you're already having sunburn, don't expose yourself to the sun. Go to the shade and wait for the moon. It's like you remove yourself from the situation, and then the moon is that situation where you will find healing. So you remove yourself from that situation that causes further damage, and then you look for healing. So it's like that. So take yourself away, go to another place where you won't be hurt anymore, and then find healing in that area. So I feel this is what is. So for those of you who are in a situation that is harming you right now, remove yourself from that situation. Go somewhere else. Now, when you go to that somewhere else, do not be contented just being there. Also look for healing, just as the mountain waits for the moon to heal. So also seek healing. So for example, if you were traumatized, don't just allow yourself to just leave the situation. If you feel you need healing, also ask help, seek assistance so that you'll be healed. You deserve the best in life. You deserve to be healed when you are wounded. Okay. And it is only by being healed that we are able to begin to live again, begin to flourish again. For example, a plant needs healing also in order for it to be healthy again and bloom. So it's the same for us also. If we were hurt, if we were injured, we need to remove ourselves from that situation that injures us. But at the same time, it's not enough. We need to also undergo treatment and healing. Okay. Now let us see what can we get for the new moon. Okay, Libra. So if you need healing, seek assistance. Sometimes being humble leads us to better days. Okay. We may look at the same moon, but our hearts sing different songs, depending on our inner emotions and perceptions. It's true. I mean, for some people, maybe these cups would make them happy. But at this present moment, you're no longer happy with it. So, opinions of others does not necessarily always apply to us. If somebody had undergone the same situation, if they give you an advice that, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and then you feel deep inside you, you do not resonate with that kind of advice, you don't have to take it. You listen to your heart, you listen to the spirit as it guides you. Take everything, every advice you receive with a grain of salt and try to see if it applies to you. Because, for example, one clothing might fit the other person, like one situation, for them it's okay. And one approach to a certain situation, it might be okay, but it might not fit you. It might not apply to you. So we may look at the same moon, but our hearts sing different songs, depending on our inner emotions and perfections. Some people are strong. Some people, by nature, they are not as strong as the others. So, to each his own, every situation is tailor-made for every person. What might apply to others might not apply to you. So even if you are in the process of deciding whether you're going to leave the cups, if some people say, it's just normal, you just stay there, you keep it there, but deep inside you're already dying and you are suffering every day, then take yourself out of that situation, even if people say you should stay. If you feel it, especially if it's harming you already, harming your person, harming your spirit, take yourself away from that situation. Bring yourself in a place where you will no longer be traumatized, and at the same time, when everything is settled down, ask for treatment and healing. So this is what I can see here right now for you, Libra. I hope it resonates with you. And this is a general reading, always remember. So just take whatever resonates with you. And if you feel it can help somebody, don't hesitate to share it with them. Now we go to the next air sign, which is Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let us try to see what the tarot cards have in store for you for the last quarter moon in Virgo. So remember that the main energy is attend to the details. Okay, so don't overlook the details. Okay. So if you are signing a document, look at the details, especially the small prints, okay? You might overlook certain things that you might not want to agree on, but you already signed it, so attend to the details. Okay. Wow, beautiful. Imagine that. Out of the 3 cards, you received 2 gifts. Okay. We have here the King of Cups. And then we have here the Ace of Cups, that is overflowing. And we have here the Ace of Pentacles, that is glowing. Okay, so here, it seems like it's going to give you prosperity, especially this cup that overflows. I think it gives you, when I look at the King of Cups, I look at a person who is emotionally mature, who is EQ or emotional quotient is quite high. Okay, so you are able to discipline yourself, you are able to control your emotions, and you are able to handle certain events or certain relationships with maturity. You are also very intuitive and you listen. You are very much in communication with your spirit guides and the angels, so you're very, very intuitive, and there are a lot of things happening in your inner world right now. You see here the water is a little bit active. I would not be surprised if there are a lot of fish in the water. Okay, so a lot of messages coming to you. So at this present time, you seem to be receiving a lot of messages. You are receiving a lot of graces from the divine, and your cup is overflowing. So you are filled up with a lot of joy, a sense of gratefulness to the generosity of the divine. You feel the presence of the divine in your life right now. And at the same time, also, you receive a gift that will bring you prosperity in the near future. So things are going well with you right now, Aquarius, no? You don't have to carry water anymore. You know how it is. I remember in the interior castle, Saint Teresa of Avila spoke of, for example, when you do mental prayer, in order for you to attain that point of contemplation, or attain that point of union with the divine, you have to exert effort. You need to open the scriptures, reflect on the scriptures, do mental meditation of the what has been you have read, and then before you will find yourself before the presence of the divine. She says that when you are already in the area of contemplation, you don't have anymore to get the water from the well. It's like you are in the spring, and the water just immediately comes out. So it's like here, also here. You are very much in touch with the divine, that your cup overflows, and you don't have to exert any more effort in order to be in touch with the divine. I feel that the only thing you need to do at this stage in your spiritual journey is to be receptive to the divine, to open yourself, to be aware of the messages that are coming to you. Because I feel right now you are receiving a lot of messages from the divine, from the universe, from your spirit guides. All you have to do is to open your senses to be aware of it and to be grateful to that. Because there are a lot of activities that are happening right now. So at this time, it's as if the universe wants to teach you a lot of things, and you need to be receptive, like the King of Cups. You see the King of Cups, he's holding the cup. It means he's constantly spending time in touch with the divine, and at the same time he is looking afar, you know. So it's like he is contemplating. It's more of like, you know, when you contemplate, you sometimes have this blank stare because your mind is somewhere else. Okay, it's you are in a receptive mode and receiving the divine. And when it's like that, your cup will overflow, and you are affecting everything around you. Everything around you, if you are cheerful, everything around you also will be cheerful. If you have that thankful spirituality, everything around you will be thankful also. Just like here, no, you receive a gift of abundance from the universe, and so everything around you also become abundant. So it means there is also a certain generous spirit in you, wherein you are not the only one who benefit from the gift that you are receiving from the divine, but you also have that generosity to share it also with others. So this is a very good spirit right now that you have right now. Now, you need to attend to the details. I feel that attending to the details is being more receptive to all these messages that you are receiving from in your inner world. Your inner world is very, very active right now. You see, there are a lot of wavelets, no? So there are a lot of activity that is happening, and you need to be aware of that. So you need to, attending to the detail, maybe being more sensitive or being more receptive to your dreams, trying to, for example, maybe you can put a notebook beside you in your bed, so that if the moment you realize, you wake up, you can immediately write down, while you still remember the dream, you can write them down. So it's like that. When you are in the dream also, you need to listen to the dream. So you try to be more aware of the dream, and oftentimes it's if it's something that will help you in your spiritual journey, you will remember them, and you need to write them down. Why do you need to write them down? Because when you write them down, later on you can come back to it, and when you can come back to it, you will gain more insights from it because you have written them. Oftentimes you might remember the dream shortly after you wake up, but if you don't write them down, oftentimes after a few days or a day or two, you will forget it already. But if you write them down, then you can come back to it, and you will gain more insights from it. It will evolve. So it's like when there is a very interesting book, you read it now, and then afterwards you have experiences and you apply that one. The moment you come back to it, you are more mature, you will gain more insights from it. So it's the same also with the dream. If you write it down, then you will take it with you when you do your daily activities, and then when you come back, you are more mature. So when you look at the dream again, you read it again, you gain more insights, even more. It will multiply. So it's like attending to the details. You listen to the messages that you're receiving from the divine. So be more attentive to the dreams, be more attentive to the synchronicities that are happening. For example, sometimes you hear a phrase from one person, then another phrase from one person, and then you find yourself connecting them together. Be aware of that. If you can write them in the note, you write them down. So somehow journaling can be helpful at this time right now, being attentive to the detail and being attentive to the message. Be attentive also for repeating numbers, feathers around, the animals that you constantly encounter, the people that you encounter, and how these people contribute to your present journey. So you try to be aware of these details. You try to be more aware of how the universe is sending you the message and inspiring you. When you are attentive to this one, you will be able to maximize all these beautiful gifts that the universe is giving to you. So I feel the main energy of attending to the details is very important for you right now, so that you will be able to maximize the learning from all these gifts that the universe is giving to you. You see, 2/3 of the cards indicates that you are receiving gifts, and the other card that is not an ace shows a lot of activities in your inner world. So somehow it also indirectly shows you that you are receiving something from the universe. So this is the main energy that we have here right now. So be attentive to the details. Observe the synchronicities. Be aware of repeating numbers, animals, and also be aware of your dreams. And also be aware of the messages that you receive, especially also not only in your inner world, but also in your exterior world. There will be sometimes certain songs or certain messages that would strike you, and it will give you certain insights that will help you in your present journey. Okay, so let us try to see now what the quarter moon card has to say to us. Okay, it says here, but even when the moon looks like it is waning, it is actually never changing shape. Don't ever forget that. Yes, okay. So even if sometimes the message that you receive might be you only get a grasp of it, a little thing of it, it's still a gift coming from the divine. Okay. And usually it's just a tip of the iceberg. So even the smallest dream can have a significant effect in your life, because it is coming from the divine. When the divine gives you something, it's very, very precious, even if it seems it's waning. So even if for example, sometimes you don't feel anything, for example, you cannot remember your dreams, still consider that you have received something great. So always say thank you. Okay, say thank you. The smallest things can sometimes be the most significant things in your present moment. So yeah, attend to the details. Whether they are big or small, they're still gifts from the universe, and it doesn't change that quality that it is a gift. So, but even when the moon looks like it is waning, it is actually never changing. The gift, it is a gift, and a gift is a gift. Okay, don't ever forget that. Okay, let us try to see what we can get for the full moon cards. Okay, oh, doesn't want to go. Doesn't want. Okay, let's shuffle it now. Yeah, because the surface is a little bit slippery, and cards are also made of plastic also. So let us see. What good is the moon? You can't buy it or sell it. Well, the gifts that you receive, you also cannot buy them. You cannot sell them. But you can say, you can be a gracious receiver. You can receive them. And actually, the most beautiful things in life cannot be bought or cannot be seen. They are just felt by the heart. I remember that phrase. No? The most beautiful and most important things in life cannot be bought and cannot be seen. They are just felt by the heart. So the most important thing that you need right now are the gifts from the universe. Little as they are, no? What good is the moon? The moon is very important. You cannot buy it or sell it. Yes, true. You cannot buy it or you cannot sell it, but it is there to guide you, no? It is there to bring you joy when it is full. You can play under the moon, and it can give you mystery, and it has an effect in your system also. You could notice, especially when you're developing your clear gifts already, you will notice how the moon affects you. And yeah, you will learn it as you deepen in your relationship with the divine. But the beautiful thing about it is many of the beautiful things that we discover in life, the ones that are really important, are usually cannot be bought, and they cannot be seen but usually felt by the heart. Okay. Now let us try to see if we can get some more message. One last message. It says here, there are nights when the wolves are silent and only the moon howls. Okay. In the silence of your heart, the spirit speaks. At this moment, the spirit is speaking. Listen into that silence of your heart. So you need to spend more time in solitude and silence and listen to the details. Okay. In your silence, there is more communications, no? When you go into the silence of your heart, the more valuable things you will hear. So there are nights when the wolves are silent. There are nights when the wolves are silent. There are nights when everything is silent, and this is the best time where you will hear the moon howl. It's in those quiet nights, especially when you have developed those career gifts. You will find yourself waking up early in the morning or in the night time, around 3 or 4, and there you will hear the messages coming from the divine. It's like the moon howling. Well, I hope you were able to gain some insights from our reading, Sagittarius. And so this finishes our Moonology series readings for the air signs, no? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I hope you were able to gain something from this one. I hope it has enriched you and has helped you with what you need right now in your present journey. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you feel this will help somebody, don't hesitate to share it with them. And until we meet again, may God continue to bless your ways.